Anil, there is some positive signal which is coming from RBI, though he prefers to call it ambiguous. What about Pranav? Isn't he too saying that there is he's seeing light at the end of the tunnel?
A little too early for that, but they are speaking in tandem, both the Reserve Bank as well as the Finance Minister. If in two words, cautious optimism. They do believe that the economy is definitely bottomed out. The question is now on the recovery. Both are being cautious on that, which is fair because the global economy is still not out of the woods, so it's too early to take a call. But definitely looking forward, they do see a recovery but are not willing to stick their necks out at this point of time.
And Pranav at least seemed to suggest that now that we need to depend quite a bit on the domestic economy, and he has provided some more steps.
Certainly, the FM has continued to echo what he said in the main budget speech, which is basically there's only one way out of this crisis is to stimulate demand in the economy. And he renewed what he had said in the budget that about $2.4 trillion rupees have been spent in stimulating demand in this economy. And that stimulus he has extended, given the fiscal constraints, very marginally. He is given incentives for low-cost housing and given a kind of tax cover to the builders. So hoping that there can be a fresh stimulus. So they are banking on domestic demand, certainly.
Okay. Tamal, overall, at least, if you can tell us what is that the governor may not do in tomorrow's policy?
What is that which governor may not do? I don't think governor would tinker with rates. I don't think governor would tinker with liquidity. And I would think also, by and large, Reserve Bank of India will stick to its projection on inflation and GDP growth. The one key takeaway from today's macroeconomic review is this: RBI has made it explicit that the key to growth is credit offtake. And there is a major concern. Credit offtake there is no credit offtake. Virtually there is no credit offtake. So bank loan has to grow, which means there is no demand. So the entire growth story now depends on domestic demand.
Okay, Anil, isn't FM asking for it? He's actually saying that we need to revive domestic demand, and he seemed to suggest that I have done whatever I need to.
Correct. He's doing as much as he can. See, the monetary policy is just a facilitator. It cannot be a replacement for fiscal policy. And the RBI and the Finance Ministry, mercifully for once, are now speaking the same on the same tenor and tone. So, which obviously means that macroeconomic policy in this country is consistent at this point of time, which augurs well, given that these are very difficult times that we live in.
Okay, thank you, Anil. Thank you, Tamal. Both RBI and Finance Ministry seem to be speaking in one voice, and let's look forward to tomorrow's policy.